3 million waves. No, not that kind, you silly. These kind of waves. It's crazy how time flies. Like, back in March this year earlier, this account was just a little over like 600,000 waves. And now we have exceeded the 3 million waves milestone. And we are not stopping. And if everything goes as planned, this account should be pretty close to 4 million waves by the end of this year. Unless there's any major setbacks, which I doubt there will be. And what you see over here is my gold build, my wave build. At this point, you really want to just do waves with your gold auto battle build or your time auto battle build. So this is a profitable gold auto battle build. And if you're paying a lot of attention, you might notice that I am not using all 4 gold boosting heroes over here. I have military band, I have orc band, and I have alchemist. So my build is missing rows from the gold boosting heroes, and instead I have Dark Eyes Wizard over here. And the reason is because I'm using the highest Devil Horn level there is, the Devil Horn +4, and I can say that it's brutal. It's really brutal to use that. Like the difficulty skip from level +3 to level +4 Devil Horn, it's just insane. And my build is just not yet strong enough to do that conveniently with the full gold heroes. And the levels are fine, the build is fine, it's about the items. I still need a couple of more better items, mainly cooldown stuff to reduce the cooldown of my pure wizard and my build in general. But eventually, as I grind and farm more of those, I should be able to include the 4th gold boosting hero as well in my build. So I should be able to include Ross in the build as well, and that's the goal. But hey, even at this point of the game, there's still something to do. It's not complete. There's still something to farm and try to strive for to make your build better, faster, stronger, harder, and everything like that. But so for now, Dark Eyes Wizard is there to give me more control with his freezing abilities, and he's a really amazing hero for your crowd control boosting. And Paladins could probably also work to boost the defense of my summoned units, but Dark Eyes Wizard just does his job so amazingly that he has his place in the build right now. And if you take a look at the battle results, they should look somewhat similar to what you are having right now. If you are in very early game, you probably have Sniper instead of Dark Assassin, but otherwise it should be the same top damage dealers. They will be your top damage dealer from the early game towards the millions and millions of waves to come, and the damage between waves may vary a little bit, but otherwise they should be always the same guys at the top 4 damage dealers in your build. And if you look at the gold income, you can see the cost to start auto battle was like 1.37 billion. We can see I'm making profit, pretty decent profit. I could make more profit if I could include more gold boosting stuff in my build, but for now I'm happy with this kind of profit. So profitable gold auto battle build is working. That's great. And these are the treasures I'm currently using with the highest level Devil Horn. Eventually I will want to include the 10% horn in the build for faster waving, but for now, as I said, I need to farm some more items and I need to farm some more runes from the expert dungeon. So until then I'm kind of using this one, and it's just something I need to work towards for and try to get it running stable in the future. I will post an update once I can do that. So this is what my skill tree looks like right now. If you have been watching my wave build videos, you will see it has the same skill points that you have from the physical tree and from the summon tree. But of course the difference is that I have more skill points because I am on a higher wave level now. So I have the lightning tree also, which enables me to use the Dark Assassin as a damage dealer. And also I'm going through the ice tree to get the nodes that I need from there to boost my build further and make it more stable and better to run. And from the top right corner, the Town Archer section, I am currently enabling my Town Archers, or well, my Town Cannons really, to use orbs. So that will just enable me to equip 2 more orbs in my build, 2 more green orbs to give my build a little bit more damage, a little bit more boost in that way. And that is the only reason I have the cannons over there. They are not there to do any kind of damage, they are not there to do any kind of crowd control, they are not there for any other reason for now than just the orbs. Eventually, when I have enough luck that I can get the Town Archer runes from the expert dungeon, I can equip the cannons with cooldown skill level +1 E-tier items, and that will further boost my cooldown on my entire build of my hero. So that is one crucial part that's gonna make my build better and more stable to use, but that's a lot of farming to do. It's insanely hard to get those runes, and I will need 4 of them in total. I currently have 0. And these are how my skill levels are looking right now, mainly for the cooldown skill level and the bonus gold skill level. And the white numbers you see are from yellow E-tier items, from like cooldown skill level +1 line, or bonus gold skill level +1 line, and also from orbs. And the blue numbers are from runes. So this is what I currently have. I have quite a lot of cooldown in my build, as you can see, and I still need more. So if that's something to give you an idea of what it takes to reach the highest devil horn level with the gold build, it's pretty brutal. You need a lot of cooldown stuff, you need a lot of damage, you need your build to be working. It's really, really brutal, but it's absolutely so rewarding anytime you can switch to that higher and higher devil horn level. So it's something that really keeps you going. There's not much goals to be done at the game, to be honest, but I feel like reaching that higher and higher devil horn level is one of the goals you should be aiming for once you are done with your initial stuff, like beating all the colonies and stuff like that. Next, I'm going to show you the items on my damage dealers currently in my build, and this is my giants items. I'm really satisfied with them. The physical damage line on the sword could be another critical line, but otherwise they are really, really good items. Only the improvement I could wish for is to have a yellow cooldown skill level or similar line, but I doubt I'm getting any items like that in the zoom, so I'm really, really happy with these. And I'm running the physical orb, which is usually used by the giant because it boosts both damage and attack speed of your giants, and the other damage boosting orbs are probably used on other heroes in your build. On my Dark Bowmaster I also have pretty decent items. The boss damage could be critical damage line, but otherwise it's a really solid item. And from the earrings I'm missing one rune, and the yellow line is useless, but otherwise it's really, really what you want. 3 critical lines is what you want for both items for this hero. And for the orb, I'm using the critical damage orb because she has high critical chance from the items, so critical damage orb will boost her damage output really, really much. My Dark Assassin has not the best items. He has decent items enough. This slash +1 rune is really important for him to be able to be a damage dealer, and also area skill damage lines are really, really important. Critical chance is desired also, and in the sword I only have one line. The fire damage is useless, so it could be a lot better, and the accessory could also be better. But these are decent enough for him to do that much damage in my wave build that he is really, really good hero in the build. And for orb, I'm using the critical chance orb because he really wants high critical chance for him to work as a damage dealer. That's the reason you should use Orb of Luck on damage dealer or Dark Assassin. And finally, Edward, his sword is not that great. It has 2 useless lines, but the +1 summoned unit is a good line, and also the cooldown skill level +1 is really important for the build. I still need a lot of more of those lines. Also missing one rune. I'm kind of waiting if I can get some better item before I want to stick to runes in that item. But the accessory, on the other hand, is really, really good. It could be used on giants as well. It has all the lines that are useful for Edward, and it has cooldown skill level. It has really good runes. This is a really, really one of my best items that I have in my build currently. Alright, let's do a +30 skip to once more show you the build in action, and these are really easy to do with this build. I really don't have no trouble winning a +30 jump, and the only trouble I've actually been having sometimes is that the minions die, the enemies die so fast, my worms don't have time to hit them, and that is something that causes me to like almost run out of MP, as you can see on the screen right now over here as well. So that's the only problem I can have with my +30 skips right now with this build. And of course the battle results look the same as in normal waves as well. And now if you need more in-depth information about the physical summon wave build, I recommend watching the physical summon build I made earlier. It's something I really recommend for every new player to watch, to truly understand how the build works and what you should be doing with it in order to advance as fast as possible. Thank you for watching. Laku out.